everyone should visit the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is one of the most amazing places on earth. Has an exceptional climate and very rich flora and fauna, and their people is warm as their weather. Many people around the world visit Dominican Republic, and the main place is Punta Cana, but there are many other places to visit in the Dominican Republic. To really know the Dominican Republic, there are other things to see. Get to know the topography is very diverse. The variety to see of wildlife, plants and trees is very wide. Dominicans are very friendly, and once you meet them, you will get to know them. Let the Dominican Republic be your next place to visit. Get to know. Decide what are the places you would like to visit. You can choose between sandy beaches or cool mountains. Between the places you can choose to see, there is Lago Enriquillo and the main city, Santo Domingo. El Lago Enriquillo is a saltwater lake with the size of Manhattan, a place of American crocodiles and the lowest level in the Caribbean at the level of 138 feet. Santo Domingo is the main city of Dominican Republic, or La Capital as the locals call it. A place where old and new merges old years of architecture and history. Second, choose between sandy beaches or mountains. For water sports, particularly snorkeling and diving, you can choose Catalina Island. It's very popular. Several parts of the beaches allow cruise ships, but the entire area is open to the public to take advantage of. 27 Charcos de Majagua, it's the crown jewel destination of Puerto Plata. It's at the north of the country. Promise a day of walking through the woods, crossing footbridge, and going through various vegetation before ultimately reaching a rocky hilltop where you can continue. Second, find out about the wildlife, flora, and fauna. In the Dominican Republic, there are about 6,000 flora species and 7,000 fauna species. Marine life. From the coast of the offshore islands, about 1,600 kilometers is the best habitat in the Caribbean and Atlantic waters of the Dominican Republic for marine mammals. Flora and fauna. 2,050 plants are endemic, found only in the Dominican Republic. Its most precious species is the unusual Perischia quisqueyana or Rosa de Bayaibe, the national flower of the nation. The flower itself is delicately pink, 100% native to the Bayaibe region. It grows leaves and the flora is very unusual. Besides the iconic humpback whales of Samaná, their most precious animals, there's also a massive presence visiting Samaná's base in mid-January to mid-March. Manatees. Third, get to know better the locals. You won't get to know the Dominican Republic until you see the way they live. Also get to know their history, the origins, the Taino origins. The first inhabitants of the Dominican Republic, they were very courageous, skilled and experienced Taino Arawak indigenous people. Local people in the present, although their modernism and globalization have altered the way of living in small and large towns, Dominicans, they tend to be same in their relationship with the people. Hospitality and courteousness are very fundamental values, especially in rural areas. Family is incredibly important to them, and knowing the Dominicans, they enjoy spending time with their relatives. They love to cook outside and spend time at the beaches. They are very passionate. The Taino origins is a very particular part of the history in the Dominican Republic. They are the ones that first lived in the island before the arrival of Christopher Columbus and the Spaniards. They run many territories and each governed by the leader or cacique, and they coexisted peacefully. The Taínos studied diverse agriculture, but also became very skilled craftsmen and believed in medicinal food. And nowadays, there are only indications of their survivals in the caves of the Dominican Republic, and they left the pictographies and petroglyphs, and mostly in the territories of Samaná, Bayaibe, San Cristobal, and Enriquillo. Also, it's possible to see it around the world, and the place that has the most history about them, it's the Museo del Hombre Dominicano in Santo Domingo, and the Museo Arqueológico Altos de Chabón in the city of La. So, and before you visit the Dominican Republic, be sure to have information. And once you are prepared, get ready for your amazing trip. Get to know your places. It will save you time, as you won't have to do this and you won't have to spend your time at the place searching for information. You can check in your travel agencies and they will give you a lot of options to look for. Also, the internet is one of the best sources to get information, as it is available for you at any time. And these are the reasons why you should visit the Dominican Republic. But remember, first, you need to know the topography of the place. Second, get to know the wildlife, the flora and fauna. Third, meet the locals. This is the opportunity you will have to really know the country. And of course, prepare yourself before getting into a journey like this. Thank you.